Hey guys, so today I'm doing a review on my FNX45 Tactical. I did a review not too long ago on the RMR that I have mounted on top of the slide, and I keep getting questions about how it mounts up, and then I'll get some questions about, what I have as far as holsters go for my gun, which is the FNX45 Tactical. So I figured I'd just do a review of the handgun itself and some of the holsters, and then the RMR and some of the other things that the handgun comes with. So to start out here, what I'm going to do, I'm going to break down, take the mag out, and I always carry with one in the chamber. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure everything's safe, no accidents. Get rid of this stuff, at least that, and then I'll get into basically the handgun review. So I picked this thing up about, I don't know, I'd say about 2 months ago now, and I probably put about 1,000 rounds through it. I try to go shooting about every week, try to do about 200 rounds, so yeah, it's probably pretty close to about 1,000 rounds. I've missed a week or two here and there. So basically this is my everyday carry. A lot of people don't carry it because it's such a big handgun. I don't really have any issues carrying it, both concealed and openly. Here in Indiana, we can do either with the license to carry that is issued by the state, so they don't really have any issues carrying either way. And depending on what I'm doing, I carry both ways. Typically, if I'm going someplace casual where I just don't want to be noticed too much, obviously anywhere I go I don't want to be noticed too much, but if I'm going out to eat or whatever, I'll carry concealed. If I'm on my motorcycle, typically I'll have to carry open just because of the gear that I wear and the accessibility of getting to the handgun itself. But that's a whole nother video, a whole nother topic. So I get to the handgun itself here. It is the FNX45 Tactical, the blued version. They also offer an FDE, which I went and took a look at, and it's really awesome, and I almost went with it. But I had a friend that had this one in stock at the gun shop that he works at, so I decided to go ahead and visit them, pick it up. Also, throw a little plug in there. If anyone's in the northeast corner of Indiana, or around the north end of Indiana, ZX Gun does a really good job of working with you. So if you need anything, stop in there, say hey, they'll help you out, get you into something that works for you. They don't try to sell you on something that's high cost or something that they're trying to push that month. They try to get you something that's good for you. So that's them. Again, the company name is ZX Gun. So anyways, so yeah, this is the blued version of the FNX45 Tactical. It has the RMR on top of it, which is the RM07 by Trijicon. And I'll kind of show you that here in a second too. The weapon itself comes with 3 mags, all 15 round mags, so you can carry with one in the chamber if your state allows it. So that's 16 rounds of 45 ACP, which is huge and almost unheard of. So that's another big plus to this gun. The gun also comes with ambidextrous everything on it except for the slide release. So everything on it's ambidextrous. It comes with raised night sights so that you can run a suppressor on the front. It comes with the threaded barrel with the threaded barrel protector, and it comes with the night sights as well. So you get raised night sights on it. It is hammer fired, and it does go in single and double action, and I'll kind of show you that here in a minute. Show you the trigger pull, what kind of length you're looking at. Double action, I will say, is a bit long for me. I don't really like the double action, and I've shot and I'm okay with it, but it just in a high pressure situation, I don't know how I would react with it double action. So, but you can carry this weapon cocked and locked, and I'll show you that here in a second too. So like I said, the gun comes with 3 mags. They are 15 round mags, and then you've got the one in the chamber. The weapon itself, like I mentioned, is fully ambidextrous. So you've got your safety, and then you've got your decocker, right there. A lot of guys that I was seeing online, and this is, you know, there's a couple complaints about the weapon, is when they're trying to take it off of safe, they're actually decocking it. I don't know if they're getting overly excited and just decocking it on accident. I haven't really had any issues of running it cocked, decocking, and then going from that position to being able to fire. And I've done a lot of holster draw practicing, and I haven't had any issues with it. So, like I said, the weapon is fully ambidextrous. You've got your mag release, your decock, everything on it is completely ambidextrous. You've got the, and I'll show you this here, my camera will focus on it, the raised night sights. And at the end of this video, I'll kind of put a small clip in there of the night sights, and then I'll show you the red dot. I can go ahead and turn it on now. You can kind of see it lit up there, and in the video it looks a lot bigger than what it is in person. And then obviously you can turn up the intensity, you can turn down the intensity, everything else. When it turns on, it's kind of neat because it'll actually sense the light and turn it on to a good to a visibility that isn't overly bright or too dim for you to see. So, you know, in the middle of the day, if you're out in the sunlight, you're going to want something high intensity like that. You know, at night or at dusk, you're going to want something a little less powered, which is going to be about that. To shut the RMR off, basically squeeze both sides, hold it down, and it kicks itself off just like that. They say that the battery life on the RMR is 4 years on a medium setting, so that's actually huge, and I'll probably replace it about, I don't know, probably about every year just to be safe. One of the big questions that I always get about this handgun is, what do I need to do to be able to mount the RMR on top? Well, nothing. Buy the handgun, buy the RMR, you're good to go. Because the FNX45 Tactical comes with the plate to mount the RMR on it. So you're good to go there. Now the RMR is good for the Georgia, and I'm not really sure what other brand it's good for. Now I know that it does work. They have another plate in there for another brand, and I can't remember off the top of my head what one that is, but I'll put it in the description once I get the manual out and take a look at it and figure out, you know, what that part is. Okay, I had some technical difficulties, so I had to cut the video off there a little bit, but I'm going to go ahead and slide the case forward now and show you the case. So you've got this really nice case that it comes in, and it's a soft case, it's not a hard one. Everything's double stitched, so it's really rugged. It's got the FNN logo. Then it has all your weapon information here up front, which obviously I turned inside out. Once you open up the case, in the cover flap, you've got the manual, warranty information, some product information of the things that they offer, and then you have the first round fired, obviously, in the envelope that was, you know, obviously done at the factory. Looking at the other side here, the business end, you've got the spot for the weapon to actually set in the case, which would basically go right there, and then you got a strap that'll hold it down. You've got the separate mag pouches, so you've got the 2 other mags. Like I said, it comes with 3. And in here you've got the separate back straps that it comes with. It comes with 3 other back straps, different kind of serrations and everything else on them. And then you also have the adapter plates for the RMR, which is what you needed to be able to put the RMR on. Obviously, here's the top plate that would be normally on it to cover up where that hole would be, or the milling and the slide would be. And it comes with the tools to take that off. Now, putting the RMR on, there is a torque spec to it, and I can't remember what it is, but it's pretty important that you follow that, because I've seen guys online that have issues with the RMR MOA dot not lining up, not co-witnessing, like I just showed you, basically sitting right on top of that front post. there's guys having issues with that, and I have a feeling that's because they are over torquing it or not torquing it correctly. Everything has to be pretty precise for that stuff to line up correctly, and I actually did have to turn it a couple of clicks down to be able to get it to sit right on top, but it works perfectly for me. So over here also you have the gun lock, but you can also put your suppressor in here too, which I'll eventually get a silencer co, which is basically what I want to go with, and it'll fit in here perfectly. So that's the case. I also have a speed loader, which if you don't have one of these, I really recommend you getting. They're awesome. This is basically one that'll do anything, I believe, from 9mm to 45 ACP is what it says. It's awesome. It's a little expensive, but it's one. So if you have multiple handguns, different calibers, you're good to go. So go ahead and close up the case. Now I'll show you the holsters that I use for it, for my handgun. Some of you are probably pretty impatient, wondering why I waited this long, but I'll get into it anyway. So that is my Alien Gear holster. It is a concealable holster. Obviously, it's inside the waistband, and it's tuckable. If you guys don't know about Alien Gear, you're really missing out, because they're great holsters. I actually haven't had any issues with them whatsoever. They sell the holster with the nylon clips, basically standard, and this is, keep getting off track, but this is the Tuck 2.0. So it's a hybrid holster. It's got the vinyl outside with the ABS on the inside to kind of give it some rigidity, and the backing is I want to say it's kind of like a microfiber material so that it doesn't irritate your skin, and it actually will wick sweat pretty well too. So like I said, this is a tuckable holster. It's got the nylon clips, the Kydex outside, and yeah, it works great. I haven't had any issues with it. Now, you don't want to wear like a super tight shirt, basically, especially with this weapon, just because that it's a bigger weapon, and it don't want to stick, and it kind of sticks out a little bit. You can kind of see the print of it, but not overly well. Basically, if you're going to go concealed, this is the way to go, especially with this weapon. And I can conceal it fairly effectively. You almost can't even tell that I have it tucked. So there was one mod that I had to do to the Kydex itself on this holster, just because of the RMR, and I'll show that to you here. So when you slide the weapon in, you can see where I had to trim out the Kydex to get it to fit in, because the Kydex basically went all the way back to here. So what I did is I just took a little hacksaw blade, cut up slowly, and went over basically to the screw there, and it fit perfectly. It fits in actually really nice, as you can tell. So these guys have got lifetime warranty. So basically, if anything happens to it, and they even told me when I'm trimming it, if I make a mistake, if I break it, whatever, just tell them. They'll send that back, and they'll send me another one. If you get a new handgun in the future and you want to use this holster, they'll swap you the Kydex, no cost. Just send it back to them. They'll send you a new piece of Kydex, no problem. The wait time on them is quite long, actually. I think I waited about 2 months to get it. It was pretty dang close. It was pretty dang close to 2 months. So there is a long wait for them, but I promise you they're worth it. Their quality, I haven't had any issues with it. And the Tuck 2.0 is amazing because it's not leather, so it bends and it flexes to your body, and it molds to your body instantly. So it's great. So there's no break-in period whatsoever for that holster. The other holster that I use for outside the waistband is this one. This is what they call the FN shooter pack. It comes with this holster. It comes with a belt clip, and it also comes with a blade. So you can wear it either way. Obviously, I have the belt portion of it on there. I'm pretty sure Blade Tech makes these, private labels them for FN. At least I'm almost positive they do. So actually, I think it even says Blade Tech on it here. Yeah. So yeah, I actually was right. I thought it said Blade Tech somewhere. So Blade Tech obviously makes it for them, and they do a really good job. I haven't had any issues with it. And actually, this is actually for the FNX45, not the FNX45 Tactical. But as you can see, it fits in there perfect. There were some questions whether or not the night sights would fit in there, but they fit in there perfectly. As you can see, obviously the threaded barrel kind of sticks out the end, but everything fits, even with the RMR on it. So it was like I think they planned for that to work for both the FNX45 and the FNX45 Tactical. So yeah, that's basically my setup. And I carry this gun almost everywhere I go. I always preach that if you can legally carry, I think everyone should, because it's very important for you to be able to protect yourself. A handgun is only a tool. It's the person behind the handgun. So protect yourself. Go out and get your carry permits. If you have a constitutional carry state, you're extremely lucky, because that's just awesome in my eyes. So I'm going to end the video, and I'm going to shut off the lights, and I'm going to show you the RMR and the night sights, so you guys can kind of see how those look. If you have any questions, let me know. Again, I highly recommend this handgun to anybody that wants a full-size 45 ACP that can carry 15+1. You get a bunch of stuff with it. You get the raised night sights, you get the milled slide already there for the RMR, you get the threaded barrel, completely ambidextrous, double and single action, and so yeah, just great. I guess what I'll show you too before I leave, obviously the weapon is safe. Nothing in it. Now the trigger pull on it, I did want to show you this. I'm going to do it with my left hand. This is going to be in single action, and I'll get in here. So in a single action trigger pull, this is kind of what you're looking at. And then a double action trigger pull. Oops, sorry. Double action trigger pull is really, it takes a lot of force, and it's something that it's going to take me some getting used to, but that's the length of trigger pull that you're looking at there. So again, if you have any questions on this, let me know. Hopefully it renews your confidence in carrying something full size, because I honestly have no issues whatsoever carrying this thing. I know a lot of people say that, you know, they can't carry it because it is full size, it's too big, but I haven't had any issues. So again, any questions, let me know. Hopefully this helps you out, and I will continue the video on here in a couple seconds. Okay, so continuing on the video here, I'm just going to show you the night sights. You can kind of see them lit up there. They're a lot brighter in person. Hopefully this video does it justice when I go to edit, but you can see, obviously I'm kind of zooming in on the front sight there. You can still kind of see the rear sights, but the camera focus is kind of messing with it, so this isn't turning out quite as good as I thought it was going to. But I'll turn on the RMR here so you can kind of see a co-witness over that front sight. So see how it lit up? It automatically sensed the lighting, so it's not too bright and it's not too dim to see. It's about perfect. I'm going to go ahead and kick up the intensity so you can see how it completely overpowers if you really wanted to. So, but you can turn it way down as well. It's off. There. Lowest settings right there, which is about perfect to co-witness over that front sight. So again, guys, any questions, let me know. Hopefully this helps you guys out. Talk to you later.